The district's Board of Education held an emergency meeting last night. That meeting lasted hours, no action taken, and district leaders say they're working to reach an agreement with the union.
Everyone in the city now anxious to know what's next. Yesterday, CEA spokesperson Regina Fuentes joined us in the studio. Board President Jennifer Adair joins us now live via Zoom. We thank you so much for being with us today and so many questions, Jennifer. Yesterday, we started with Ms. Fuentes saying you had said in the morning yesterday you had still not received from CEA their sticking points. You'd heard reports about it. Ms. Fuentes said that's a lie. What is the truth?
Well, that is true. We have not heard back a response from the last offer that we provided them. But look, let's not stay right here. The point is, we really do need to come to a resolution. And the Board of Education knows that it's critical to have our students with their teachers both together in the classroom. There's really no benefit to this discourse about calling each other liars. We're not going to do that. The most important part is our children in this. You just ran a story about something that's extremely important to having our children with special needs back in with their teachers. And that's really where our community should remain focused. And our board is focused on that. And our board is focused on coming to a resolution to get our teachers back in the classroom.
Well, we also want to ask you about the board had claims in an unfair labor practices accusation that there was an 8% request for a pay hike from the teachers. You thought that was unfair and unreasonable. You gave an 8% pay hike to the superintendent, to Lisa Dixon. So maybe teachers are thinking, well, if she's getting an 8%, why is that unreasonable for us?
So the offer that the Columbus Education Association first put on the table was actually 8% for each year. So 8%, 8%, 8%. So that is, doing the math on that 24%. And so, look, teachers are underpaid. The Board of Education knows that, but we have to be responsible to our taxpayers. I think that, and we think that being able to elevate the pay scale over time is a responsible way to do so. Our offer of 3%, 3%, 3%, or 9% plus steps, so every year, steps plus a $2,000 stipend, is a great offer. It's competitive. It raises us in the market, and it values our teachers and the important work they do every day with our students.
If we're bickering about sticking points and not receiving which and which, you met for 5 hours last night. We met for 5 months, 22 different sessions, and yet we seem to have no compromise. Where are we moving, and what are you willing to compromise on?
Well, we are willing to move to resolution. And we have met over a long period of time, and actually a lot of what is in that final offer was parts of compromise that were agreed to or agreed to conceptually by the CA. Look, I believe everybody, all of our professionals, our CA leadership, our teachers in particular, we all care about our students, and that's really what we need to focus on. School was supposed to start in person tomorrow, and that's just really a devastating. The board is here working hard to really make this happen and get a resolution. So we look forward to talking with CEA in the future. We want to do this for our kids. We need to do this for our community, for families just like that you had on at the top of the story. This is about educating our students, and the Board of Education is willing and to work on those larger issues with the community support. And we just look forward to continuing dialogue with CEA.
Just very quickly, we're about out of time, but you did meet for hours and hours last night as a board. Obviously, you weren't negotiating with anyone. Were you arguing amongst yourselves? Is the board not in agreement about the best path forward?
The board is in 100% agreement. That was the first time we were able to speak to one another after the vote. There was just a lot to discuss, a lot of strategy and things that we needed to figure out what to do. It was a very productive meeting. Our board is 100% in agreement on our path forward, and that is to put our students first and ensure that the outcomes we want for our students are met.
All right, Jennifer Adair, thank you for being with us, president of the Columbus Board of Education. And I think we all hope that there's compromise from someone very soon.
Without question.
Thank you. Well, with